or as an imaginability challenge again.
Hello, good day.
Who asked that? This was the leading I had.
Hello, good day. How are you doing? How has been your day so far? My name is Dr. Grace John-Ugwuanya, and I have come your way again. How has your day been? Work, school, business, home? For those who work remotely or stayed at home all through, I believe that everything's working out well for you. And again, I've come your way. What do I have to share? How to move from good to better and best. Yeah, how do you move from good to better and best? Every one of us is a work in progress. Remember, we're still sharing from the Atomic Habits. Every one of us is a work in progress. Every one of us is on a journey. And if we use the simple explanation of us being babies when we were born, and we grew to the level where we are now, and God keeping us alive, we are still growing to old age, or older years. It's been a sequence. And when it comes to the progress that your life is reflecting, it is also reflecting like that. So it's either you're moving from one level of growth to another. Which direction is now where the question is. But for today, I'm considering, how do you move from good to better and best? And having that at the back of your mind relieves you of every pressure. Why do I say so? You know that you're not there yet. I'm not perfect. I am not all knowing grace. I am not all, I haven't reached that point in my life where everything is just, okay. And I don't have a reason to grow more. I don't have a reason to improve. I don't have a reason to become better than I am now because I feel I have reached that climax. I don't think any of us has reached that level, but when you understand that no matter the level of success, no matter the level of good traits or good abilities that you have currently, there is always a room for growth. Having that at the back of your mind gives you that feeling of always seeking for opportunities to improve, always seeking for opportunities to learn, always seeking for opportunities to grow, always seeking for opportunity to move from being good to better and best. And the question is, how do you transit from one level to another? We've had stories of people who were once successful, very successful. The world celebrated them, but they got carried away by that success. And even though that success was maybe third best at that time when they achieved that level of success, they allowed the success in itself to become their limiting factor. What do I mean by that? Instead of them still seeing room and opportunities to grow, instead of them still seeing opportunities to hit more targets, hit more goals, keep being at the top of their games, keep improving, keep increasing, they stayed at that level and enjoyed the accolades that was given to them. But years down the line, other persons came and hit that same target that they had hit that made them feel so successful and even began to exceed that level of success. And why is that a concern? If I put myself under lots of pressure, and I call it good pressure because I know that if I begin to allow whatever seeming success or good success I have achieved before to get into my head, yes, I may be celebrated now, but will I be celebrated tomorrow? And that's why we have to have this as a driving factor in everything we do, to always move from good to better and best. Because there is always room for growth, there is always room for improvement. And if you refuse to improve, if you refuse to keep succeeding and hitting and smashing your previous goals, the truth is you would get to this point where all people know about you is about the good success you had before, but they will not see you being better or you transiting and transiting from one level of growth to another that becomes admirable, that they look and want to admire and replicate such kind of success in their own lives, depending on their own goals, because they see you being a go-getter, they see you being at the top of your game. one thing I tell myself every time is, Grace, don't feel that you have arrived. Don't feel that you smashed goals. Yes, you're being celebrated, you're being clapped for. And it gets into my head and I think I have arrived. I think I have good success, forgetting that no matter how good the success I have presently is, no matter how good the success I think I have achieved is, there is always room for more improvement. There is always room for me to be better. There is always room for me to smash more goals. There is always room for me to still move from being good to better and best. When you have that at the back of your mind, you're not bothered about other people's success. You're not bothered about those who are hitting their goals faster than you. You are on a journey of hitting your goals and smashing the previous success that you have attained. The reason why many persons have gotten engrossed in jealousy, envy, and when they see other people succeeding and it seems as though they are hitting their goals, they are high flyers, and instead of us focusing on ourselves and trying to improve, we are getting angry and jealous and uneasy because ABC seem to be hitting their targets high. The reason is because we have shifted focus from having a true perspective of where we are in our journey. Yes, Grace, you may have achieved success to this level. This is good enough, but you can be better. I do my part and I improve to be better. And I tell myself, Grace, this success is better than the previous one, but there is still room for more. And when I do that and keep focusing on improving on the level of success that I have, it gives me room to keep moving from good, better, best. And if there's another thing after best, I am becoming bester and bester and bester and bester, if there is a word like that. But the reason is I am now having a better understanding of where I am in my journey. And I'm actively doing all I need to do to improve. I'm actively doing all I need to do to be a better version of myself. That's the same thing you owe yourself. So when it comes to whatever habits we're forming, the good habits, the old habits we're trying to drop off to imbibe newer habits or more proactive habits that would help us in reaching our goals, we need to remind ourselves that the person you're in competition with is yourself. You're not competing with me. I'm not competing with you. Yes, I may look at your success and I'm like, wow, I'm tripping. Yeah, it's normal to trip. It's normal to be impressed. It's normal to be wowed by the kind of success I see for some persons. Yeah, some people are celebrating me, but I look at some people's success and I'm like, babe, wake up. You just stay asleep, you know, and it's wonderful to be happy for them, but we should not allow that, when we see them succeeding, to transit to jealousy, to transit to envy, to make us feel like, why is it them and it's not me? This life is not a competition. I remember the scripture that says, woe to them that compare themselves with themselves. Why? Because when you do that, all you're doing, I'll give an instance that maybe God has predestined you to be a high flyer at an international level, and you're there competing yourself with those in the local level. And if I see that so and so person in my locality hit A, I try to hit B, C, D. If the other person hits C, I try to hit D, A, E, F. You know, and when I look at them and it seems as though that, yes, I am the one with the highest level of success, I relax that, yes, I'm the top person in this environment. When in the real sense, that G level that I feel I have attained and I seem to be higher than all those around me is not even close to what God has destined for me. So I am feeling like I am successful amongst my contemporaries, amongst the people who I am competing with, not knowing that I have the capacity to function at an international level, to function at a level where people beyond my sphere, beyond my local environment, beyond my immediate country will seek for the knowledge I carry. But what am I doing? I am there feeling like a champion because I am comparing myself and limiting my success level to the people in my immediate space. When you have that at the back of your mind, you find yourself, yes, supposedly improving, but you're improving at a very minimal level because you have shifted focus from the main priority, which is your destiny, and aligning yourself to the things that are of core value to you, of core value to your future, and of core value to the things that God has destined for you. One thing that we need to remind ourselves of every time is that I am not in competition with anybody. I am in competition with that thing and that destiny that God has for me. And I will do all I need to do within my power and with the help of God to be a consistent and continuous improvement of my life every day, every time. And that's what's going to make us to keep improving from good to better and the best. Why? Because you're on a journey to fulfilling that divine purpose, that ultimate goal that God has in store for you. When we have that at the back of our minds, every reason of comparison with other people doesn't come up. Yes, we see their success, we hear about their testimony, we hear about their success, and we celebrate them with a joyful heart. But then after that, we focus back on ourselves and ask ourselves, where am I in my journey? Where am I in my own journey of success? Yes, I may be celebrated as being successful now, but there is still room for more. There is still room to improve. There is still room for more growth. I need to move from good to better and best. And when you do that, you will find yourself always reflecting the best of you. Your habit will keep increasing and meeting up to the expectation that aligns to your true goal, your true purpose. And that's where many of us miss it. Why? Because we spend our energy, we spend our focus in comparison with other people. We spend our energy in jealousy. We spend our energy in envy. We spend our energy in things that are very trivial, while missing out of the core thing of value, which is you and which is me. Why? Because I am a work in progress. And no matter how I think I have succeeded, there is still room for more growth. There is still room for more improvement. There is still room to be better than I am now. And when I make that my driving factor, one thing is sure and certain: I will be always known to be a person of success. And when you do that too to yourself, understanding that, yes, you're good. Yes, you've been able to smash wonderful goals, but there is room for more. There is room to be better. And when you're already better, there is room to be the best. And when you're already the best, there is room to still smash those high level success that you would have achieved. Yes, the world will be celebrating you. The world will be happy for you, but you know you're on a journey and you don't rest on your hours. You don't relax when in the real sense, the journey is far. So always remind yourself that there is room for more growth. There is room for improvement. There is room to be better. There is room for you to move from good to better and best. That's what I have to share with you today. So in all the good habits that we are forming, in all the old habits we're trying to drop, to imbibe new habits that align with our true purpose, that aligns with our future, remember that no matter how much of success you've attained, there is room to be better and there is room to be more. Till I come your way, I'm Dr. Grace John-Ugwuanya, sharing with you that, yes, you have good success, but you can still have better success and you can still have best success. And even when you are at the best success, there is still room for you to smash those goals that you've been able to achieve before. Till I come your way, have a wonderful time and God bless you.